California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. To throw is Walker on 1st and 10. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. Give him 32 on the play. How about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walker got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
11.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Michael Thomas 49 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Rip left, rip left. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Switch, switch, switch. Shift, shift. Go. Shift. Single.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Walker. Got his target, Samuel. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. They'll run on 1st down. Hurd. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From just shy of midfield, Walker. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Here's Walker. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any 2 teams. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, G. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight back.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Howard trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Garoppolo throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Walker now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Walker, off play action. Able to find Isabella. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
You got tight right there.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give running right, Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now Walker on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go. 2. 12.
On play action, now Garoppolo looking long for time. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Denver, 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This to Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Blake Jarwin, 31 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Andy Isabella with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That'll be caught by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Garoppolo on first down. And he finds Howard complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Hyde on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Mike, 55. Let's go.
To throw is Walker. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hey, go on. Get in the weight room. Go. 55, Mike, guys, 55. All day, baby, all day, all day.
Off play action. Walker flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Trump. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Throwing again. Walker taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. This is Howard on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete to Isabella. And he'll take it into the end zone. For a Raider touchdown. Andy Isabella making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stops short. He didn't get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo. And Thomas has it. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Michael Thomas Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score, Raiders 28, Broncos 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Walker taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Walker throwing on 3rd and long. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
To throw is Garoppolo. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's caught out wide by Stills. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And Stills bringing it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
45 for Murph. 45 for Murph. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Walker nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Walker. And the pressure gets to him again. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here we go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he finds Stills, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He will push his way down to about the 14. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, Charlie.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 6 guys. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions are giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Hey, we got 3.
Walker now throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, gun.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. It's going to be a long. 21. It's going to be a long. Go.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught by Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Broncos, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.